Shatter the Vain, a podcast about vainglory.
Hey, and welcome to Shatter the Vain. My name is Brad Chmielewski, and this is a podcast all about vainglory. Every week we're going over the news, gameplay, game tips, and you know what? We're doing something a little different with a few of these episodes here. We're diving deep into the community, the guilds, the players, and just learning more about what's happening, I guess, when you're not playing the game, really. And for this episode, I have some members from Vertigo on here joining me. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
How you guys doing?
So I think the best thing to do, I know, Josh, you've been on here a couple times, but we'll still dive into like a little introduction here. But if we wanted to go around and everyone kind of introduce themselves, let everyone know who they are, and yeah, all that good stuff.
I'm Josh, the leader of Team Vertigo. I've been on here. I think this is my third time.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here, and I brought some new and interesting faces along with me. So yeah.
Chalupa, you go first.
All right, sure. I go by the handle ChalupaBatmanGG. I am a Twitch streamer for Vainglory and various other games. I am a member of Team Vertigo in Vertigo Studios. I actually joined pretty recently.
Nice.
And that's all I'll give for now.
Nice. How long have you been streaming?
It's been about 4 or 5 months now. I started out with some other games. I actually discovered Vainglory through Twitch. And now Vainglory is my primary game. The cops are after me.
Yeah. There you go.
Awesome. I'm Crowley. Also a Twitch streamer. I'm pretty new to it. Just been doing it for about 2 months now.
Okay.
And I'm also one of the leaders of the Vertigo Studios, working on mainly promo videos, trailers, and overall finding ways to hype up events that are to come for Vertigo, whether tournaments or different scrims.
Cool. Yeah, you mentioned Vertigo Studios. I know we're gonna get into all that here in a little bit. That's awesome. So you recently joined Vertigo because we were in Wicked together, and then
yes.
Stuff changes, so everyone goes their own ways. How's been joining new guild and diving into that been?
It's been great. I mean, I was looking for a guild that is just super passionate about moving forward and trying to really make a serious development. So found that in Vertigo. Josh is doing a pretty good job with just keeping everybody super involved, and I really like that. They needed like a good production side of things, so I figured I'd help with that.
Cool. So what got you guys into Vainglory? Like why this game? Are you guys playing other MOBAs? Like what? Or just your computers were broken and you needed something to play on the go?
Well,
Go ahead, Josh, you're the leader.
Well, I just want to say, literally, the way I found out about Vainglory is I was typing in multiplayer online games in the App Store, and Vainglory was like number 3, and I clicked on it, and like I don't regret ever downloading the game. It's been an amazing game since launch, and I love it.
Nice.
So I discovered through Twitch. I know I mentioned this a little bit before. I was looking for different games to stream on Twitch. I was streaming mostly mobile games at the time, so I was looking for other mobile games to stream.
Okay.
And I downloaded Vainglory. The first time I played Vainglory was on stream, and I remember the first stream I had, Nivmit popped into my stream.
Okay.
And Naked Green popped into my stream as well, and they were talking to me about this game, and then I eventually realized that they're developers or devs or they work for SCMC. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. These guys actually stopped by my stream to say hi and give me some tips. And I realized how awesome the community was. A couple weeks later, after I first started playing Vainglory, I went to the Femme Fatale after party, which is the first time I met the Vertigo guys. And I love the game. I've always played MOBAs. I played League of Legends. I played Dota. And I got hooked. Here we are now.
Nice. So were you streaming, you said other MOBA games, were you streaming Clash of Clans? Was that the other game you were streaming?
I was streaming Clash of Clans, I was streaming Hearthstone, but all of it was on the iPad, and it was kind of a natural transition.
Okay.
But at the same time, it kind of brought me back to my roots of competitive gaming. Growing up, it was Dota, StarCraft 2, League of Legends and now Vainglory.
Mm-hmm. Have you, since you're primarily doing mobile streams, have you dived into the Camcord or Mob Crush world at all yet? Or do you like Twitch and like that, I guess, service and community?
I've checked it out. I've checked them out. I know you're a camcorder streamer. I've stuck with Twitch for now because I do play PC games as well, and I've kind of started on Twitch since the Justin.tv days, where gaming was a small corner of Justin.tv. Now, of course, Twitch, it's all gaming.
Yeah.
Mostly gaming. So I'm not against looking into Mob Crush and camcorder and things like that. Obviously, they're new; they have room to grow. But for now, Twitch is kind of like my stomping grounds.
Yeah, sure, nice. How about you, Crowley?
Nice. Well, I've been gaming pretty much since as far as I can remember. Started from the consoles, Sega Dreamcast. Moved up to playing a lot of MMOs online. So I played Guild Wars, WoW, a little bit of League, and then figured that I really like the mobility of MMO and MOBAs on a tablet. So I was hoping to see that happen, and just recently Vainglory came out, and that was just perfect because there was games like Order and Chaos Online that had like their own MOBA, but Vainglory is just something completely different. The mechanics in it are just insane. So that, along with the competition, starting off playing that game, it was just something fun, but you meet people and you get into this community, and it's just so intimate with Super Evil that it was just you can't really find that in other games. So that's what really got me hooked.
And then what got you streaming? Like, we just saw the opportunity there now that you've wanted to kind of try it out?
Yeah, when I was in Wicked, we had a few streamers that moved on, and I figured I'd try to take that in and see how it goes. And then I really like the feedback you get and the people you meet. And it was only until I started streaming that I really started to meet more people that were more connected with the Vainglory community. And it's really nice, really fun.
Oh, awesome. So ChalupaBatman, I have to ask the name. Where did that come from? Like, why?
It's actually, so the full tag is ChalupaBatmanGG.
Okay.
ChalupaBatman's from a TV show called The League.
Okay.
And yeah, that's long story short. It's from a TV show called The League, and basically a character, trades the first. It's about a fantasy football.
Yeah. And
a character trades the first round pick for the naming rights of this other guy's firstborn son, and he names him ChalupaBatman.
Okay.
So yeah, ChalupaBatman. It was honestly like a troll name that I made for Twitch. When I started out Twitch, I had a different username.
Okay. And
then just to troll a friend, I made this account, and I was trolling shit. He watched the show with me. And when I first started streaming on Twitch, I didn't expect to actually continue with this.
Yeah.
It was just, I was streaming, a short little war in Clash of Clans. And I just jumped on this account because it happened to be the account I was logged in at the time.
Okay.
And now I'm ChalupaBatmanGG, probably permanently. I've thought many times about changing it, but at this point, I think it's kind of too late.
Yeah, once you're like at least the month or so in, you're like, should I have picked a different name? This might have not worked out.
Right. I mean, I have people come to the stream all the time and said, literally the only reason I clicked this stream is because your name is ChalupaBatman.
All right.
That's it.
It's working out, yeah. That's awesome. So Vertigo, like Josh, we dove into back in May, I think, when you were on. I think it was like episode 23, and now we're up in the 70s, 80s here. But a lot has changed in Vertigo, but people are pretty familiar with the name, and you want to give us a little history of Vertigo, like what do you guys do? What got you into it?
Well, when I first started Vertigo, as it's so famously, I talk about it, it's I joined because I got declined from Wicked, and I was so hurt. And I was like, you know what? Well, I'm going to make my own guild. And from the start, we tried to be a innovative community guild, somebody that interacts with the community and, support the community as well. We used to do Vertigo bombs where we would go to random streamers and support them on Twitch. A lot of cool things. And then we had our evolutionary scrim with Wicked on stream. And it was kind of like the Yankees and the Red Sox, but we got like destroyed. So it was a good moment. Like I was glad to be a part of that. It was the first guild match on the dev stream.
Yeah.
And that's when we started moving more into like the guild life with Vainglory. We've been here. This is our anniversary month. So Vertigo was created February 24th, 2015.
Wow. Okay.
And ever since then, I mean, we've been on a mission. We wanted to evolve to be one of the best gaming organizations in the world. And I've been happy where we've been so far and all the changes. I mean, our roster, it's been pretty consistent, if you have noticed. It's been pretty consistent throughout the days since we started. You can still see people from a year ago. So, I mean, it's like a family. And that's like the atmosphere that we live by.
Right.
We're all about helping each other. So, yeah.
But when it kind of started, it was more just not
Community.
less competitive, more
Yes.
just like people like you wanted like a good group of people to play with and have fun with. You'd always see maybe photos and tweets of like 50 people hanging out on TeamSpeak and just everyone chatting.
Yeah, so definitely when we started, it was it was never supposed to be competitive at all. It was never intended to be, but we stepped our foot into the waters. I believe our first legitimate, I want to say, competitive team was with God's Eye, Tinker, Beowulf, and Aloha.
Okay.
Aloha 4. That was our first team way back. Beowulf is now the captain of Vertigo Black now, which is, Rick's, Chuck, Dixon, and himself.
Yeah.
So it's been a learning process. One thing that I'm really proud of is that our team, they take every loss as determination to get better.
Okay.
And we just strive to be better. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess that's, you mentioned like people have been in the guild for almost the full time now, and yeah, it does seem like the Vertigo Black players have like, if they lose or win, like they move on. Where you see other people, other guilds and organizations, like one loss is like, all right, disband this team, like this is over.
Yeah, definitely.
Why? Like, what do you think makes Vertigo or even some of your teams like different than these other teams? Is it the family?
I want to say it's the family aspect and the amount of time we spend together. We spend hours just on TeamSpeak talking to each other. We learn to know each other on a personal level. It's just more, and then it's more than a game. I think with Vertigo Black, and when we all met each other at the live finals, that was like kind of the compound where we just, we realized like, hey, we have something good going on here, you know. We're a group of good players, and we have the right attitude when it comes to the game.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And then as you guys grew and became more of a force in the Vainglory community, like you got teamed up with Band, right? Like like that's.
Well, I want to say that Band, us and Band was the first actual sponsorship in Vainglory. It was never anything like written contract. It was more of a verbal sponsorship.
Okay.
Where they would support our community. But that was back, I want to say, in June when we started that up with the band. And, I mean, we started up the Vertigo community chat, and it's grown ever since. I believe we have around like 500 and some odd number of people there.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
How's Band been for people that don't know what Band is or haven't heard of Band? Like, how's it different, and why did you guys decide to use that over Line or even just sticking with TeamSpeak?
Right. So when we first started with Vertigo, we started on Skype. Now, Skype got a little too complicated. The more people you got, the more cluttered it was.
Yeah.
The chats, it was just too much. So we moved to Line, and we liked Line. We used it for quite a while back in like May, like April, May, and when we started, I believe it was something that was related where the community wanted us to download Band for something.
Okay.
I believe it was the whole guild. Was it the whole guild thing?
There might have
for
been.
all the guild.
I believe everyone was kind of getting sick of line chats getting nuked by random
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And so, so
It kept getting nuked.
you're right.
So then they had created the Vainglory NA band on band.
Yeah.
So we had moved over, and I was thinking about it. I'm like,
This is the captain.
actually the
We have a
perfect
little
app.
problem
Like,
with our entry
a lot of
sequence, so we
people
may
raised
experience some
complaints.
slight
Back then it was
turbulence
a little
and then
slower.
explode.
The interface wasn't as friendly, but like now, as of today, like this is like the perfect app. Like you can come here for anything. So you can come into anything, and you can make polls, use the calendar. It's just like the perfect on-the-go app for talking with peers and fellow gamers.
Nice. And then so Crowley and ChalupaBatman, like why'd you guys choose Vertigo versus another guild, or what made you like decide to go with join them instead of or instead of continuing on your own?
Well, for me, I think it was Vertigo was the first like people I met in real life.
Okay.
So I had some interaction with other guilds over the internet, and as I mentioned before, at the Femme Fatale after party, I met some members of Vertigo, including Josh, and that was way before I joined Vertigo. That was about 4 or 5 months ago. And as my stream grew and as I became more of a Vainglory player, climbed tiers, all that kind of stuff, I did get some contact from a lot of different teams asking for me to join their team, to be a broadcaster, to be kind of like a personality.
Yeah.
And when, I can't really say Vertigo approached me because I've been in contact with them for the last 4 or 5 months. And they've been telling me about their vision and all that kind of stuff. And so I had this personal connection with Josh and the members of Vertigo. And on top of that, there's a gaming organization called Team Liquid. I think most people know about them.
Yeah.
They have teams in most games. But when they started out, they were a StarCraft team, and my roots were in StarCraft.
Okay.
And they were kind of known as a team that started with nothing, but they built from the bottom. They were community oriented. They did things to benefit the sport or the game of StarCraft over benefiting their own team. And I kind of saw that in Vertigo. They were kind of like we're going to do what's best for the game, for the community, and everything else will take care of itself. And that's the main reason that I decided to join Vertigo.
Okay.
And so far, I haven't been in Vertigo for long, but so far, they've been sticking with that vision.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, pretty much same for me. I'm from Toronto, Canada, so it's a little more difficult to meet up for after parties and with the Vainglory community. But aside from that, I took a good look at all the pretty active guilds, the competitive guilds out there. What really caught my eye with Vertigo was just their strong sense of just intimacy within the guild. Everybody there spent so much time together. And when I chose to go with Vertigo, I wasn't looking at any other guild. I was in Wicked. So this was a pretty recent transition.
Right.
Still getting used to that. And I had a lot of people in Wicked that were super close, so that was definitely a tough decision to make. But I just saw a lot more potential in Vertigo in terms of everybody just being involved. When Josh wants something done for the benefit of the guild, everybody knows it's for the benefit of the guild, and they work together. And you also get a good sense of the players because I've played with so many members from Vertigo. Their attitudes are just so constructive. It just seemed like a place that I would prefer to be.
Okay.
And when I saw my place fitting in that guild, especially from a production side, I'm a wedding videographer, so I know how to edit just from a job perspective. So I knew that if they could use that skill of mine, then I could definitely be an asset.
Okay. Very cool. So yeah, it seems like a lot of new people, like you guys coming into this, and a lot of changes. So I do want to talk about this Vertigo Studio announcement and find more about that. But as we get into these new people coming and these changes that are happening, like I think one of the biggest things that happened recently was Dragonborne leaving. I know Dragonborne was a pretty big part of Vertigo, and it seems like he was streaming on camcord, he was running the Vertigo TV, and how is that with him leaving? Was it a big hit? Was it a surprise? Was there bad blood?
Well, Dragonborne for me, I want to first off say, Dragonborne was the first friend I made from a real life friend from a video game.
Okay.
We've traveled to places together, had meetups on the East Coast with Vertigo. We also went to New York City for the Femme Fatale tournament. We also went to the live finals together, and he's been nothing but an amazing friend to me. He's helped me grow as a leader. He's just an amazing guy, and when he told me he was leaving, of course I was, shocked. I didn't know how to react.
Yeah.
But, as time passed, I felt like, I'm number one, super happy for him because he found a place. He joined Phoenix. Team Phoenix, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who that is right now. He saw a vision that he could take part in and that he believed in with the leader at Team Phoenix. And I'm super excited to what he has to bring to Team Phoenix.
Yeah.
It was definitely a process for the members in Vertigo, because he was such a big part of the guild.
Right.
But I mean, I feel like him leaving allowed us to grow. You understand? Having new people come into the guild that are dedicated and passionate about what they want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only helped us since then. He's done a lot of things since he's left, and I can't wait to see what else.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes, it's good to hear that you guys are moving forward things, and it's not a big hit, because sometimes when a leader like that or someone within the organization leaves, it's a hit, and then there's mass exiting of people.
Oh yeah, definitely. So the first thing when the leader leaves, a lot of things, it can be the domino effect. People are scared of the black hole. Everybody else is probably going to leave, so I might as well leave now. A lot of people might have thought from the outside that, Dragonborne was the bread and butter of Vertigo. He kept everything together. But it was definitely a process inside the team. It wasn't all him.
Okay.
We had to make sure that everything got done. So with him leaving, we executed it professionally to the rest of the team and let them know, hey, we have this vision and we're all here for the same vision. So, you can make the decision on what you want to do and what you want to be here for. And we're going to move on from there. And, everybody stayed and they believe in what we all believe in.
Okay.
And that's just being the best.
Oh,
so
that's really good.
Yeah.
So now that that's behind us, and we have a big announcement here that's happening, and as Vertigo Studios, I want to hear all about this, and what is this, and give me the details.
So, one of the things that we've been planning to do for a long time was we wanted to rebrand ourselves to no longer being Team Vertigo, but we want to be Vertigo eSports. I feel with this name change with Vertigo eSports, we're more going into the professional organization stance. With this, we're more, I want to say, user-friendly with the rest of the gaming world. Of course, we were still going to call us Team Vertigo, but I feel like this shows how much we've matured as an organization from the start, and it points to where we want to be at as an organization.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it's still going to be called Vertigo. It's just Vertigo eSports.
Yes, it's going to be Vertigo eSports. We have a new logo design coming in through. It's just going to be, because I know a lot of people have seen so many different logos for Vertigo. We're going to have one universal brand logo.
Okay.
And we're going to have things for different sections. There's going to be a logo for Vertigo Studios as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the esports or that is the umbrella of the studios and the competitive teams, right? Okay.
Yes, we wanted to have two faces of the guild. There are Vertigo Studios and Vertigo Competitive. That's what we were aiming for.
Okay, so then what is Vertigo Studios? What's happening?
Well, Vertigo Studios is we've been working on this for a while now. Vertigo Studios is essentially a collection of content creators and analysts that come and help everything under the roof of Vertigo work in a sense. So everything that you see from our YouTube videos to Vertigo TV to, our analysts, they're all a part of Vertigo Studios. They're having different roles within the guild, but it is the face of what we want to present to our casual fan base.
Okay, so it's a little like we've heard Gangsters Galaxies, like a part of that.
Yes,
so
definitely. It's definitely. You can definitely compare it to Gangsters Galaxies, which you are in, right? Shatter? Yeah. So it's definitely like that in a sense.
Okay, so that's the Vertigo Studios. That's kind of where Crowley and ChalupaBatmanGG come into play here, right?
Yes. We also have other people as Chief Matt. We also have two. We have a concept artist and a graphic designer. We're also looking for more. So definitely you can apply for that position on our website.
Okay.
If you are good with graphic design, or we have experience in Photoshop and things of that area. So yeah.
So what are your guys' roles here? What's you kind of mentioned the video editing and the streaming, but yeah, want to talk about what your plans are within the studio?
Sure. So this is a little bit tricky because since Vertigo Studios is kind of a new thing, I'm kind of expecting to fill any role that's necessary.
Okay.
I was never, brought on to say, hey, you're going to be this guy in Vertigo Studios. So right now my main project is Vertigo TV.
Okay.
So Vertigo TV kind of always was this. Vertigo always had a vision for Vertigo TV, but never really was consistent. There wasn't the right people to run it every time. It happened once in a while, kind of sporadically. And my vision for Vertigo TV is to make it a weekly or a bi-weekly event.
Okay.
Where we have show matches. There's going to be possibly player interviews. The sky's the limit, but it's something that the viewer can expect and look forward to every week, and something that's consistent content and content that's maybe a little bit more varied than the streams that are out there right now.
Okay.
So that's going to be my main project going forward. Who knows what the future holds, but I'm basically here to fill any role that's necessary. It is a new thing. It's growing, and we just have to figure out how we want to grow it.
Okay. And then what are you doing to make Vertigo TV your own? You're not just taking over what Dragonborne was doing and, your face is now replacing that, right? Like you want to have some, I guess, different things,
right? So Dragonborne obviously did Vertigo TV, and that's one of the big losses to Vertigo is that he's leaving, and he kind of was a one-man show. He did the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't see myself as replacing Dragon. It's not like the webcam is gone and we're just going to switch to a webcam. We're starting back from scratch. So everything is being rebuilt from the ground up. Under Vertigo TV, we're thinking about doing a lot of different shows. I think what happened before was the Sunday Scrims. I think that's what it was called, Sunday Scrims. And it kind of happened like once every 3 to 10 weeks somewhere. And
sure. It tried to be every week, and I'm sure scheduling
it was meant to be every
scheduling
week,
is tough. So
right, and Dragon was also always really busy because he did a lot of things in the Vainglory community. So obviously the first thing is consistency. We're trying to be consistent, not only in terms of that we do it every week, but also in terms of quality. And like I said before, we're just building it from the ground up. It's going to be a brand new thing.
Okay.
And we're gonna basically, I'm just trying to create something else that fits my personality, that fits my style, and not trying to replace what Dragon was doing.
Mm-hmm. I heard something about maybe trying to do best of 5 or instead of best of 3.
Yeah. Exactly. So this Sunday is going to be the first one. It's going to be Vertigo Black versus Vaughn Menace, which, is amazing.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a best of 5. That was kind of just an idea that I had because in the past, they've always been best of 3s. And sometimes when there's like 2 games that go by in 15 minutes each, you feel kind of ripped off. Like you've been waiting for this to come
all week.
on.
The hype was built.
Right, there's all this hype. There's like posters made for it. Everyone's retweeting. And then you show up. We chat for 30 minutes. There's 30 minutes of games, and then it's over.
Okay.
It's like, okay, well, I canceled all my plans for this. but we want it to be something that people can look forward to. And it's like, look, I want to carve out a couple hours of my day and have like a quality show that I can watch. And we also think a best of 5 is in the direction that the competitive scene is going to go anyway, at least in the finals or the semifinals and tournaments. Just because, you kind of see the same games over and over again in a best of 3, right? You can pull out the same strategy twice, no problem, 2-0, it's over. But in a best of 5, it provides, or it allows the teams to kind of try out new strategies. It allows them to pull out heroes that you don't usually see. So it's great for the audience, and it's also great for the teams themselves. It's not often that 2 big teams can come together and try out new strategies. And in a best of 5, it gives them the opportunity to try out a lot of things without risk of giving up a game.
So it's always going to be you shoutcasting, or you're going to have another person for Vertigo, or is it kind of who you get? You're going to have guests on?
So that's kind of open-ended. Definitely it's not going to be just me. I don't have the I don't have the skills for it, I would say.
Okay.
But we don't know who's going to come on yet. We haven't decided if we're going to look for another permanent member or if it's going to be, like a guest every time.
Okay.
But I kind of see myself as like the play-by-play shoutcaster, and preferably we will find somebody that will take a more analytical role, kind of like dissecting, stats, items, all that kind of stuff, and round out the shoutcasting team.
Nice. I know Tasty Bacon was looking for a guild, so you guys, he was trying to do that, I think it was the guild leaders 1v1 tournament he was trying to put together, and whoever won that would get Tasty Bacon. I don't know what came up with that, so if that happened. Well, that's awesome. So then Crowley, you're taking your video editing skills and kind of using those for good for Vertigo.
For good. Not for weddings.
Not for weddings,
yeah. Right? My background is doing wedding cinematography. I do indie films. I have a whole blog for that. So essentially what I wanted to do was take all the recorded games and other footage from tournaments, from just overall highlights, not only Vertigo related, but just Vainglory related as well, and just put those into hype videos and promos for the guild. So we completed or finished the first one for Vertigo. It should be released on Sunday, and
Josh says yes.
For the first time, I believe it's going to be a pretty nice hype video, and that's pretty much our job, or my job here, is just to try and show the highlights in a way that, well, you know how trailers go, just in a way that has people wanting to see more, get them coming to these streams. And
nice. So you're going to be taking? Are there going to be other scrims, or is it mainly just footage from Vertigo TV / VGL events?
It would be scrims, any kind of activity.
Okay.
Any sort of activity. So it's not only limited to the games, but any kind of activity we get.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know VGL and Vainglory, they love those hype trailers. They love their hype trailers.
And we also have the EU side, right? We have Vertigo Onyx. We also have some footage coming in from there. So we work with that a little bit, trying to get more into there as well.
That's right. Yeah, the EU side of Vertigo, that's definitely new, and haven't seen too many cross-region guilds yet. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we might be the first one, actually.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. Josh can't talk, so I'm trying to.
No.
There you go.
I want to say that we were. It's I'm not sure, but I think it's safe to say we were the first. I mean, we started Vertigo Onyx default. He was a guy from France, and he came to us, me and Dragonborne, and he was like, you guys want to try something new, and why don't we make a Vertigo expansion to Europe? And we believed in his vision for the EU part of the guild, and so far he's been doing fantastic. They had some great showcases for versus G2 in SK Gaming. They've been playing amazingly.
That's cool.
Yeah,
There might be something in the SA region, something like that with the cross guild, but I'm not sure. You don't hear that too much.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So don't quote me on it.
You're gonna start some Twitter beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were first.
Pull up in the DMs.
So man, that's exciting. This is a fun change, and I feel like after a year, and then with everything that's
First row.
happening, like this
First row.
is a fun, exciting thing to be
Right.
happening for Vertigo. So I guess we have all the studios, the Vertigo TV. Like, what are the plans moving forward? Like, what's happening with Vertigo Black and other competitive teams?
Well, I want to say first things first is we changed with Dragonborne leaving, right? He was our analyst and our primary analyst for our competitive teams. So first things first, and he was the co-leader of the guild. We have a new co-leader. His name is Frostglaive. You might know who that is. He's been around for a very long time since me and Dragonborne started back in like early February.
Yeah.
He's a founding member of Vertigo. He's stick with me since the very end. He's a very loyal guy, and I'm like super excited to have him into like a leadership role and position in the guild. So basically, what's going to happen is we're going to be looking extensively because we already have one. We have an analyst that's going to be taking the role of Dragonborne.
Okay.
He's more of a theory crafter type drafter. So there's two types of analysts, right? That's why it's usually an analyst team. It's not just one analyst. You have your stat crunchers, and then you have your theory crafters, and then they bring that together to create strategies for the team.
Right.
So right now we're in the current form. We have some guys, Amazo, our website designer, who's going to be doing the statistics for Vertigo Black, Vertigo Diamond, which have you heard of?
I haven't heard of Diamond, no.
No. Vertigo Diamond, they were formerly Synergy Quantum. We acquired them after the first qualifier of VGL. They're a great group of guys, all vainglorious skill.
Who are the players on the team?
Skogent, Bubblegum 1.
Okay.
Starting all over, and Alex Peaching.
Okay. I don't know how Playoff Beard keeps track of all the players on every team in every region.
Yeah.
Like I can barely keep track of one region and all the top tier players here. Okay, so that's Vertigo Diamond.
Yeah, it was a pretty big change for our organization acquiring like a whole team. Usually we form teams here. So acquiring a team was definitely a big change and step in our organization, and I mean it's paid off so far. I love the guys here. I mean they have a great work ethic, so I love to see what they do in this VGL qualifier round 2.
Right. So where did Vertigo Black finish in the first qualifiers? Is there where
we lost in the quarterfinals to Alliance.
Okay.
So they made it pretty far.
Yeah.
I mean, going against the world champions at the time, it's still to this day until the next VIPL. It was definitely like a big thing for them.
Yeah.
This is like this is the second time in the VGL qualifiers where they had going against the number 1 team. Before it was Vaughn at the time, I believe. That Vaughn was ranked number 1 at the last qualifiers.
So is there a minimum number or where Vertigo Black needs to place in the second qualifiers to get to the live championships?
I really want to say we got to make it to the round of 16.
Okay.
Our bracket looks pretty good. I don't know if you've seen the brackets for the VGL qualifier too.
I did see them. I haven't really dove into them yet though, but I saw them. Yeah.
So Black has a pretty good bracket. Our first, I want to say, headliner appearance will be against Team Penetrate. I'm pretty sure you heard of them.
Yeah.
Some compare them to be like the new Vaughn.
Okay. So be good practice on the Sunday stream thing here.
Definitely. They came out of nowhere, and they're just like really, really good. And we're definitely preparing for VGL.
Okay.
And all the challenges to come because you don't want to upset and lose really early.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
Definitely don't take it lightly.
Sure. Oh, this is great. This is some. I think fun news. It's gonna all go live here in the next few days. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of more info coming out, blog posts, and you answering questions on Twitter. So if people do have questions about Vertigo eSports, studios, and all that stuff, how can they reach out to you?
Now if they have our Twitter is definitely always available. At Vertigo, it will be at Vertigo eSports. That's where you're going to be able to reach us at.
Okay.
On Twitter, and you can always email us at vgvertigo@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns about conduct of our players, because we do take membership conduct really seriously. So if you see one of our guys, acting a mess out in solo queue or something, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Okay.
We're definitely looking for good quality people to join the team at all times. So I just urge everybody that applies to join to Vertigo, because we do get quite a few. Everybody that applies, please have a detailed application.
Okay.
Something that stands out. Because if it's like a few sentences, and I mean, our review guy, he's probably just going to skip right through it. So if you're really interested in becoming a part of the team, definitely be honest and straightforward with us, and detailed.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. And then Chalupa Batman, where can people find you, and what's your stream schedule if they want to check that out?
So I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/ChalupaBatmanGG, all one word, and I stream Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
With Vainglory, I also stream at other times with other games, but Vainglory, it's always going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also find me on Twitter at ChalupaBatmanGG. I do tweet a lot about Vainglory, probably too much about Vainglory. And most importantly, you can find me on Sunday at twitch.tv/TeamVertigoTV, and this is going to be the first week of the new, I think we're calling it the Sunday Showdown.
Okay.
I think it's up to me to pick the name, but for now it's a Sunday Showdown. That might change, and that's going to be Vertigo Black versus Von Menace. It's going to be a great time.
Okay. So 3 p.m. every day, is this, you stream full time? Or is this, do you have school, or just lucky enough
I have
to...
a flexible job,
Okay.
I'll say that. I have a flexible job. And if I didn't mention, on Sunday it's going to be 4 p.m.
4 p.m., okay. Awesome.
4 p.m.
And then how about you, Crowley?
I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday after 10 p.m.
Okay.
So it's usually from 10 till 2 a.m. So it's for the late night viewers.
Is that on Twitch or Mom Crush?
Yeah, it's on Twitch. So it's on twitch.tv/CrowleyVG.
Okay. And then are you on Twitter to let people know when you go live, or?
Currently, I don't tweet too much.
Okay.
So I usually let people know I'm live through the band channels and on the main Vainglory band and line chats.
Okay. Sounds good. So definitely check that out. Be sure to jump on Twitch and watch these guys. Always fun. Do you guys do viewer games, or is it usually just solo queue and your own thing?
I stopped solo queuing on stream.
Okay.
For a lot of reasons. But mainly because I get really salty, and then I just start yelling at everybody on stream.
Sure, yeah.
And telling them, I lash out at them. So I do viewer games. I do a lot of different things. People always ask me, like, what is your main? And I don't have a main. As a streamer, I think it's important to learn all the heroes. So in my stream, I generally will go through the list and just play every hero, weapon power, and crystal power, and lane, jungle, support. Obviously, if there's a new hero like Ozo, I'll just play them all day with different builds. But my stream is kind of oriented around showing people that are new to the game different aspects of the game, and not always sticking to the meta. And I do viewer games, because people like playing on stream.
Sure.
Apparently, I don't understand it, but
yeah, they do.
Give them what they want.
Yeah, same here. I do viewer games. I also do spectator mode, some matches as well with viewer games or guild games. I also get feedback from the viewers, see what heroes they want me to play. Always rank, so they like to see me taking that risk.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't always end well, but
yeah,
people like to see it.
Oh, that's great. So, yeah, be sure to follow these guys. Check out Vertigo and everything that they're doing. And then all these episodes are available on shatterthevein.com. Doing some different episodes lately, so be sure to let me know if you like this or you like the news, form static, random items kind of thing, or you like more of these. We can kind of mix it up. Send me a tweet at ShatterTheVein on Twitter, and then be sure to subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. Always helps get more people into the show and more people into Vainglory, and I love seeing those reviews, so leave those too. And that'll do it for this episode. I'll probably be back with another couple of episodes this coming week because I got some stuff recorded and ready to go. So get ready for that. Take care.
Shatter the Vein.